She rushed to his doorstep thinking she was racing against time to save his life, only to wake up the next morning and realize that her act of desperation was the very excuse he would use to dump her. To understand how a perfect romance turned into a psychological trap, we have to look at the beginning. She had met what seemed like the unicorn of modern dating, a 39-year-old man who was romantic, transparent, and emotionally available. The intimacy was electric, and he made her feel like a priority. But the atmosphere shifted violently when his father received a cancer diagnosis. He immediately retreated into a hard shell of isolation. She tried to play the supportive partner, offering home-cooked meals and domestic help, but he shut her down, insisting he needed total solitude. She backed off, respecting the boundary he drew in the sand. But yesterday, he obliterated that boundary himself. He sent her a terrifying message confessing that the weight of the world was crushing him and, chillingly, that he no longer had the will to live. Panic seized her chest. She dialed his number frantically, but the phone just rang into the void. Terrified that silence meant he had done the unthinkable, she drove straight to his house. She stood on his porch, ringing the bell and praying for movement inside, but the house remained dark and silent. With her heart hammering against her ribs, she drove home, consumed by the terrifying possibility that he was gone. She sent a text explaining that her visit was born purely out of fear for his safety. She expected a message of reassurance. Instead, the next morning brought a cold, calculated dismissal. He didn't thank her for caring, he scolded her. He characterized her emergency check-in as strange behavior, accusing her of violating his request for space while completely ignoring the suicide threat that triggered it. He used her concern as the final nail in the coffin, stating he wasn't ready for a relationship and ending things immediately. She accepted the breakup, but the confusion is eating her alive. He sent a message implying he might end his life, and when she reacted like any human being with a pulse, he treated her like a stalker. She is left wondering how she was supposed to just go to sleep knowing someone she loved was on the edge, questioning if saving a life is really a doomable offense. Welcome to share your feelings in the comments section, remember to like and subscribe, and if you want to see more story content, please check out the other videos on my channel.